Alright, let's talk about the Jaguar Type 00. Well, I don't like to do this type of videos much. The reason is I don't like watching the ones like I fixed the Jaguar Type 00. Why? Because it's hard to predict what happened behind the scenes. Like, there are a lot of professional designers working on this car, a lot of experience, a lot of talent, and a lot of fight happening behind any car that you see online or on the streets. So when I see someone taking the car on Photoshop, changing the headlight a little bit and saying that I fixed the car, to me, don't get me wrong, if you do this kind of things, I mean, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I don't think it's that easy in real life, because behind the scenes, there are a lot of things happening. There's cost, there is marketing, there is target audience change, there is huge strategies behind the brands. And there's not only one decision-making person either. So when you think about why they didn't change the headlight a little bit like this, maybe there's even a component behind this headlight so you cannot make it, or maybe they had to use the bonnet from another car, or there was a carryover part, so it was not possible. My point is, it's not easy to produce a car as changing it on Photoshop. So that's why I don't like to do this kind of videos much. But about the Jaguar, I have to talk because I've seen many ideas, like many videos, many opinions, and I wanted to do the video for the design students mostly. Because my honest reaction when I saw the car first, the first leaked images, I was like, wow, if I've seen it in a portfolio of a young design student, I probably wouldn't like it. I would probably suggest to like make the project in a different way, because it would look too, like on first glance, it looked a little bit too primitive to me. And it looks like it was an easy way to 3D model the car, so that's why you decided to do that. It doesn't give me my Jaguar idea. It looks maybe like an Audi or Rolls-Royce. I would say many different things maybe to give a feedback to a design student. But when the brand does it, there's probably another story behind it. So you cannot give the same feedback or the same thoughts for a student or even a professional designer for a portfolio work. Is different than a student, but still a lot different than the company doing it. Because let me tell you this way. Early 2000s, Jaguar had some problems. Like, this car is from 2008 and it looks old already. In 2008, the other car brands were doing more modern, more fresh approach, different design directions, and Jaguar stayed behind. But they were staying true to the core of the brand. They were staying too much true to the heritage of the brand, so it was a little bit too traditional and conventional cars. And seems like there were not enough true fans who wanted to buy the same car, let's say. So the sales dropped and they had to change the design, and they brought a fresh look to the brand. The next cars after 2010, they were more fresh, different language, and it was promising again. And I guess it affected the sales positively. But today's scenario, by the way, I don't know the numbers. I didn't check the analytic numbers of all these sale numbers to guess those stuff. It's kind of like a combination of different videos I watched and also my own guess. That seems like Jaguar is struggling with the sale numbers, and that's why they changed that much. Seems like there is not enough people, the current customers, to keep the brand alive. So they say even if all the current customers go away, they don't seem to lose much. So they take this big risk, big change on the brand and targeting a different audience. Like Audi also did. Rather than the 4 rings, they changed the logo. They made it all capital Audi, and it's specific for China. They didn't change the whole brand, but they changed it specific for China. And the reason behind, as I saw online on some other journalists and some comments, is because the brand was attached to more premium segment cars for like mid-age, like over 40 years old people. So in China, the people who can afford Audi are younger on average age, as I understand, and they wanted to bring this fresh look to compete with also Chinese brands and more technology, more different brand identity than the traditional prestige and modern Audi. So I think Jaguar is doing the same. Probably for China also they wanted to change, or in general just keeping up with the industry. And it's a very brave, very bold move. And about the car, what do I think about the car is honestly the proportions are cool and the side silhouette looks nice, like with the long bonnet and everything. It's a nice car. A friend of mine mentioned like if it was black like a Batman version, it would be cool. Yeah, I agree with that. Another friend of mine, by the way, I was in his car a couple months ago. He has a Jaguar F-Type, Helmut. And he also said the side silhouette of the car is not bad, but I wouldn't change Jaguar F-Type to this, honestly. Like in real life, for designing, maybe for sketching, finding new ideas, for searching for innovation and stuff, maybe this new one definitely works for more examination. I need to go deeper into it. But if I need to drive, I fell in love with the F-Type of helmet a couple months ago. So it's kind of sad that probably they will stop the F-Type and all the existing models and go into different direction. Nice memories. Anyway, the point of this video, I guess, is more for the design students, because anyway, my channel is about design education. I'm not here to like roast the existing cars or redesign them and so on, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. It's more like, I can imagine it's a bit confusing for if you are looking for a job, if you are doing your portfolio, it might be confusing to see these things. For example, if I've seen Cybertruck, not me, I mean, probably anybody, before Cybertruck happened, if you did on your portfolio Cybertruck, I can imagine 90%, 99% of designers would say, you don't know how to model in 3D, that's why you did this low poly, weird looking thing. Or even if you post it online, people would probably make fun of it, like, oh, is it from Minecraft? Or is it like, again, maybe you don't know how to 3D model and you did the simplest thing. There might be comments like this, but when the brand does it, when Elon Musk says, when Tesla does it, it becomes like a huge statement because it's a production car. Then it becomes like something else. It becomes a statement. It becomes like, it shakes the industry. Everybody talks about it. I think that's also what Jaguar did. Like everybody, of course not everybody, but about car design, I saw a lot of accounts, a lot of videos, a lot of posts about Jaguar, and they got a lot of attention they don't get usually. So it worked for marketing, obviously, and for the sales and the design, we will see how the production car will look like. But anyway, I was saying that Jaguar did the same. If I saw this on your portfolio, it might be tricky. So when you do your next project, I don't know which direction you should go, honestly. Like if you do Cybertruck type or like Jaguar type project for another brand, I think it would be risky. So it's also good to take risks in that case. If you feel like this is the direction that car design industry should go, or if you feel that it fits to some brands, definitely you can go abstract. I mean, it's not abstract at the end, but you know, you can push to think different, go crazy, do cars they don't look like cars. You can put on your portfolio a project like that. Seems like it's coming as a trend now. But also it's not like a recommendation to do all your portfolio like this. It might be also a failure for many designers. So at the end, I'm being careful when I talk about these topics because it is tricky when you know there are many talented designers behind all those projects. I don't think like saying the first thing comes to your mind online, like, oh, this sucks for you killed Jaguar, and there's a reason, you know. I think it shouldn't be that easy to talk about it. But of course, also that's the fun part. Everybody can have an opinion. That's the fun part also about car design. Like not only car designers talk about it. There are millions, billions of people love cars and they have an opinion and they tell it. And I think it's totally fine. That's the interesting part of our job. We are not designing cars only for other car designers. Actually, the opposite. We design cars for non-designers. So it's important, any opinion, of course. But when you know behind the scenes how these projects happen, it's tricky to just say, I fixed the Jaguar Type 00. Anyway, I hope this video gives you some opinion, gives you some insight. We are living in exciting times. We are living in a change. Everybody is in a search, which is definitely something cool, and there are a lot of opportunities out there. So stay positive, do projects, push the boundaries, but don't do it all the time, maybe. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.